Next week, 25 white crosses will be laid on the steps of Parliament, one for each person killed in car crashes caused by tourist drivers last year. A petition will be presented alongside the crosses calling for the government to force tourist drivers to sit a licence test or at the very least an online exam before they can get behind the wheel. The petition is being organised by Judy Richards, whose son Reese died after being hit by a tourist a year ago. Here's our reporter Zach Fleming with more.
A year ago today, Reese Middleton was killed by a Chinese tourist who admitted she wasn't confident driving on New Zealand roads. His mother, Judy Richards, believes the 23-year-old would still be alive if tourists had to pass a driving test.
Jailing Zhao, who was the one that hit Reese, said that she would have been quite happy to sit a New Zealand test if it was a requirement. And she said if she knew it was available, she would have been better equipped and this accident would never have happened.
In 2015, 19 people were killed in car crashes where an overseas driver was at fault, whilst a further 113 were seriously injured. Reese Middleton was killed when his motorbike was struck by a car driven by Jailing Zhao on the Napier-Taupo highway on February the 7th last year. Zhao had never driven on an open road at speeds of more than 50 kilometres an hour, and her erratic driving before the fatal crash had concerned other motorists. She was jailed for 17 months. Reese's mother Judy, along with other victims of car accidents involving tourist drivers, want any tourist driver visiting for longer than 3 months to have to sit a full driver's licence test before they get behind the wheel.
Whether they sit an online test before they come to New Zealand, more education, because the roads here are so different to overseas and they're very challenging, and any education that we can give them, the better.
New Zealand First Leader Winston Peters will receive Miss Richards' petition and push it through to a select committee. Journalist Karen Rutherford will join Miss Richards in delivering the petition to Parliament. She says the government is too worried about tourism spending.
This is just a small test, and if people aren't prepared to come here and sit the test, then they shouldn't really be coming here.
There was wide support for the proposal in Auckland CBD today, including from tourists.
I think it's a great idea.
How come?
Well, I'm a tourist and it doesn't necessarily mean I know how to drive in this country, especially the Americans.
Driving around New Zealand, seeing the way some people drive, I could understand it, but I don't ever think it will happen. I don't think we prepare them well for our roads. So, absolutely, I think it's great.
But in a statement, Associate Transport Minister David Bennett says the government is not looking at introducing specific plates or licences for tourists because they aren't as straightforward or effective as they may appear. Miss Richards is hoping to have at least 10,000 signatures to her petition before she takes it to Parliament next Tuesday.
Please don't think that it will never happen to you, because one day it just might. Sooner or later it's going to happen to one person that was a doubter.
For Checkpoint, Zach Fleming.